Hello, hello, hello. It's Jez here from Nigezza Create. I've got a bit of a vintage haul for you. So let's take a look at what I have been buying. So I kind of set myself no more books. So I've got so many books, so I thought let's just buy vintage ephemera instead. So this says 1948. It's a nice envelope. I've got a feeling it's an empty envelope. It's an empty envelope, but it is lovely, and I love the closure. Definitely do something with that. Another envelope here, 1960, not really sure. So that's gorgeous. So all of these were bought off eBay. I every now and again I go on and I buy things. Sometimes you go on and there's absolutely nothing, and other times there's loads. So a few envelopes, I like it. I'm making a postal journal right now, so some of these would be good. 1919 there. Special offer of stationery. I do love a bit of stationery. So that might be our entire stock of quality tissues. Also commercial offers at clearance prices. We enclose samples for you. Fabulous. Debenham and Company. Oh, and then there's on the back, obviously they, oh, I think that went with it. That looks like the same writing, and it's the same amount of money. Oh, I like. I'll put you in there. You can go in there because you belong together. I might even find things to go with this. So that's quite cool. That looks like not the same writing again. May well be. Does look similar. Stick you together. 1887. Received this, £1.70. Doesn't sound a lot, but it might have been a lot back then. So that's cool. What we got here? Little check. Marvellous. 350 from Nigezza. I don't even know why I attempted to say that. I love these old checks. They are just so lovely. And wait to the end and you'll see some checks. So this is from 1917. Warstock. Nice little bit of ledger there. Love it. From 1919. Lovely. It feels like that's doubled over, but it's actually a single sheet. Yeah, that's a single sheet, Jez. But it's nice. It's old. You can just feel it's old. Just a little bit of something and nothing. This grant is made upon the condition that no portion of the asphalt shall be distributed, blah, blah, blah. Nice letter from 1931. Yeah. I ain't got time to read them, but they're just nice to shove in. Another Warstock one, so that's two Warstock ones there. Another Bank of England thing. Here we've got a nice big, I love that. So this is a lease. So, oh, cool. So this was 1934. Lease of the farm and lands from that person to that person. Marvellous. another letter. Unfortunately, the date obscured there. I love the shape of these letters. I've got some Victorian letters that have got this envelope shape. Love it. So that'd be nice in a journal. Another one there. 1934. So this was just one bundle all on its own. 1887. And I can't remember what I paid for them. I'm usually like a tenner is like my uppermost that I do. 1925. Depends. I look at them and then I think, oh, I quite fancy that, I'll watch it. And some I then don't go for in the end. And often people aren't bidding, so you get it for the list price. So yeah, so lots and lots of, another war loan there, fully paid. I wonder if that goes with some of the other ones that I've got. There we go. Post Office Savings Bank. Oh, that could go with my postal. I'm going to put that to one side. I'm doing a postal journal, I think. Small wall stock. I think that would go nice, being as it's from the Post Office Savings. Some more there. What have we got here? Innkeeper and Farmer. Really unsigned. 1910. Something to do with mortgages. Oh, Refuge Assurance. Is that the same place? Refuge Assurance Company. Yeah. So I wonder if this goes with this. 1st December 929. That's December the 1st. That could say 29, I guess. I didn't think it did, but maybe it does. That says, oh, that says, might not be. Same company though. Oh, and this is the same company. So a few things from that company. It's nice to have a few things that are together like that. What have we got here? Some more solicitor stuff. I don't know where people find this stuff. I guess maybe house clearances. That's why sometimes things have got the same names on. Rolls Razor Limited. Right. I get bored of reading. So that's more Refuge Insurance Company. 1st of the 12th, 2012. I think that one is there. 1912. I think those two belong together. Possibly. Same number. No, it's not. It's a different number. Okay. The mystery continues. Here we go. Glamorganshire, 1928. Very nice. A little bit of something there. That's 2003. It's not very old, is it? Not very old at all. So that's not really exciting. I love these. They're just so lovely. So we have today received a cheque for £326, 3 shillings and 9pence from Mr. Jones of seen that name before. Some more wall loan stuff. Nearly at the end of this little one. Got something similar to that. To be fair, it's probably the same thing. Would have been on a carbon paper, wouldn't it? So definitely the same names, so I think they belong together. There's some others of that same name. So, copy of the probate will of Evan Jones. So they probably all belong together. Oh no, that's David Jones. Oh, Evan David Robert Jones. Yeah. And then we've got something older here because that's Queen Victoria, 1893. And then lastly for this lot, we have this. This is again the same person. These are all related, so that's that. They may well have belonged in something like this. Maybe not, I don't know. So that I want to put with my post office journal. The stuff's just down here. I'm just going to pop it in there so that I remember. There's a few letters and things I'll probably put in there. So that was one little lot that I got. Another little lot was this little lot. So this came like this. Again, they would have all been 10-ish, maybe cheaper. So these were all sort of receipts with a stamp on, every single one of them. To say that they received different things. 1908. This one's older, 1899. 1909. Just love them. I love the feel of them. I love the look of them, and putting them in journals is just so exciting. So I've got quite a few of these to put into journals, and I like to have real. Now I've got more real things that definitely be adding real things to journals. Look at that, 1900. I think that's beautiful. I do scan things before I send them on their merry way as well, but they're all very, very lovely. I was very pleased with this. Ed thinks I'm bonkers. Well, he's not wrong, is he? To be fair, he's not wrong. I got this. This was like less than £4. There was a bit of postage, but I really like this. So 1851. This is a public and permanent exhibition of Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, German and French books. So just loved it. Loved the colour. Very pretty colour. Not in English, which is really exciting as well. So I liked that. I liked it a lot. I thought, split it up, scan it. These would be nice in a journal. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's four pages there. So I could put a whole double sheet in a journal. So that could be split between 4 journals. Or I could split it that way. So I've got 1, 2, 8 things for different journals. Just thought I liked it. Wasn't very expensive, so yeah, that was worth it. And then I got this great big bundle here. Now I've seen, so they're cash envelopes. I've seen these on sale singularly in vintage market stores for like several £1 each. I think I've got 35 of them, and I must have paid less than a tenner. So these are all the ones with silver. They're really thick. That's really thick. That's thicker than an envelope. That is. That's probably 140 GSM. It's quite thick. Oh, just stick that on a page. You've got a pocket in a journal, or as a floating pocket. Loved them. So that's all the silver ones. They all look pretty much the same. There's a couple there with nothing on them. Oh no, one there with nothing on them. No, 3 there with nothing on them. So, and then we've got copper. So 5 shillings in copper. So it's pre-1970 whatever, most deaf these. So that puts them at least 50 years old, doesn't it? Probably older. So yeah, it's very excited to receive these. Very, very excited. Love that colour. So, and I wonder how many hands have touched this. I will definitely be washing my hands after this. There we go. So I got that. I got this. How cute's this? Love a good game of Monopoly. We only tend to play it at Christmas, and then sometimes we don't because Ed can't bear it. But I do love a good game of Monopoly. So this is very old. Hasn't got the board, as you might tell from the size of this, but tenner I paid for this. We have, it says 1937 on the top of that, and these are the rules of Monopoly, and love it. And then we make up our own rules as well. I think each family had their own little rule that they would add to it. But we've got all the property cards. Now I remember this is what Monopoly cards looked like when I first played them. So they were all this size with these sort of plain on the back. I don't think the prices have changed in the whole time. You know, in the whole history of its game. But yeah, so that's what they were like. Loved it. Love, love, love. This just took me back. Now look at the money. And I showed this to Ed. And it's like, this is the colour of the money when we were kids. This is the colour that the 500s were. That's the colour the 100s were. And the colours have changed a bit. I think 50s are now white. And then we've got green for 20. Then we've got 10s, lots of 10s, lots of 5s, lots of 1s. I just think this would be nice, stuck in a journal. And you've got journaling space on the back. And bring back lots of memories for people that are of a certain age, like myself, and older. And then we've got our community chest. I just love them. They just feel old. And then chance. Take a chance on me. Take a chance. Advance to go. So yeah, like them. And of course, in the original games, these aren't the original dice. That might be. That's a wooden dice. Shoved in some other dice there that I don't need. But houses in the hotels were made of wood. Back in the day, they were made of wood. Tiny little dice there. And then we have our metal pieces. Little thimble, the boot, top hat. I liked being the top hat. The ship, the racing car, the iron. I like the iron as well. There's no little dog. I mean, Ed says, I don't remember a thimble. He said that should be the dog. Now, I don't remember either. You know, I don't know. I don't know if originally there wasn't the little dog, that it was a thimble. I'm going to have to look it up. But I was super, super excited about this. Really, really, really was super excited about that. And I was super, super excited. This is my penultimate thing that I got. There's one more thing after this. So I spied this, and it was just, the picture showed that, and it showed that from the side, and it just said a bundle of 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, bundle of 10, 1800s, handwritten things. So it's like, they didn't put too many photos on it. I think they opened one of these up, and they said because of its age they didn't want to take too many photos to sort of damage. But if you open it up, because you can see there is a little bit of damage there, and you've got all these beautiful handwriting, labour and class feeling. So I just took a punt on this. I just assumed that each of the 10 would have more than one page, and I kind of thought, well, the way it's folded, that could just go in a journal as it is. You know, individual pages, not the whole document in one go. And some of them, like that one's really, really thick. So then I started reading. Some of them got different things on them. So this is an essay on the something of charities of London, educational and other charities of London, and it's read at the Hanover Literary Society on the 20th of November 1879. And I looked that up, and it was a literary society of Hanover College, and so they would literally read, so they'd write these essays and then they'd read them. This one is really, really long, and yeah, beautiful handwriting, and then it's got little cut out bits. So I thought I'm gonna get some of these scanned. It's gonna take me forever to scan it all, so that's probably not going to happen. Love the little metal holder in the back, but £10, honestly, £10. That's what I paid for these. So it was like £1 each. Could have sold one for a tenner easily. That's the economy paper one. I like that because it's on different paper. Feels lush. Really thick paper. Really, really love it. So they're all, there's one of these. I did look through them all when I got them because I just couldn't believe how amazing they are. And I might, this one, women's suffrage. And I thought, I'm going to try and read this. I do find it really difficult to read writing like this. I think it's my dyslexia. But I might get Ed to read it out. And then if he reads it into my phone, it will then type it. So, yeah. So they're all very, very, very lovely. So these were all people that were training to be, so that was got 1876 written on it, Presbyterian ministers, I think. So it would be interesting, some of the views. That is 1880, it looks like. They haven't all got dates on. This is about love. So there's a little bit of shorthand, it looks like there. That's another one on love. Can't see a date on that. And this one, a tour in Scotland. Oh, fabulous. And this looks like another love. So I don't know if they were given topics, because that's the third one on love. So yeah, I was absolutely delighted. So yeah, they'll be turning up in journals. And then the last thing I got, this was the most expensive that I got, but I was very excited. So the picture was like that, so I could see that there was a lot in that and not so much in those. And so what we've got is, this is from 1940 something, can't quite read, and they're checks, they're old checks. 1947 is the first one. So the solicitors and stationery. So I've got all these stubs, so starting in 1947, and the last one is written in 1962. Yeah, 1962 is when the last one was written. So they're not old, although to be fair, 1964 is 59 years ago, and 1947 is 80 odd years ago, isn't it? So, you know, so yeah, old enough. And look, I love that one because of the discoloration, because that was the one on the top. But how lovely are these? And they'll be nice popped in journals. And I might do a little bit of altering, like we alter guest checks. Might do a little bit on it. I've got lots of stamps that I could fill in these, but how beautiful. I just love them. So there's that one. Where's the other one that's being used? So there's another one that's being used. This is 21st of March 1960. So this one starts in the 60s and it continues to 1964. So yeah, so I say not massively old, but you know, old enough. And they'd be nice, just popped in a little journal, something interesting. And then these checks have got this 2p or 2p, as we would have said back then, on them. So these are lovely. I was thinking I could sell some of these in little bundles if people are interested in them. It won't cost too much to post because it's just flat paper. So that was an idea, because I have got oodles. And then I've got this unused. That's the back, Jez. That's the back. And this one's got that little 2p thing on it as well. And so this is a whole book of unused. I can't imagine that I would use all of these in my lifetime. So I thought I might sell them in bundles. Don't know how many's in there. They're not numbered, are they? Does it say? Does it say how many? No. But lots. Lots is the answer. And I really liked these. I thought, oh, they could be, I could use them as a bit of a long-term journal cover. I'm making a long tall one right now. So that, yeah, that's all of my purchases. And what I did was I went on eBay to look for a really old ledger. That was what I wanted for my birthday. It was an old ledger that's filled in. I've got two old ledgers. There's nothing written in them. I mean, they're lovely. You know, they're 120 odd years old, but they're plain paper and I wanted one written in. And so I fell down a rabbit hole and bought all this instead. So yeah, Ed said, I thought you were buying a ledger, and I went, yeah. They didn't have one. They didn't have one I wanted. So that is all my vintage purchases, so look out for those popping up in journals in the future and doing things with them. I'll do a little bit of scanning of some things that I can scan, and other things will just get popped in. Okay, so I'll be back soon with some actual crafting. Hope you enjoyed a look at my little stash of what I got. I think I need to now stop buying things until after Christmas. I am filming this in November. I'm not sure when you're going to see this, because I've filmed 4 in a row now this morning, and so I tend to put hauls out every fortnight, so yeah, it might even be the new year when you see this one. So yeah, we'll see how I stick to my don't buy anything until after Christmas. Okay, bye for now. Thanks for joining me.